Okay, we're gonna get back on the Sportster motor. Another long day getting nothing done. So we're gonna start working at 8:30. That's a good time to start working on the bike. Nothing but junk all day today. Alright, so we left off on getting these studs in here at the right height is where we left off at. So what I need to now is figure out probably the camshafts. So I'll put all those in the gear case and get that fitted up, and then we'll probably do a mock-up at the lower end after that. There's lots of different directions you can go at this point, so you just got to pick a direction you want to go. Alright, get this out of my way. So, I'm going to put all our cams in here. Need our cam plates. Here we're around here someplace. Okay, here's our two cam plates. We'll put those in here. We take our cams, put them in, so they're marked here on the end where they go. So this is a number 3, it says 3Y on it, so it goes in the third position. Number 1's in the back, number 4 is in the front, so you have to figure out where 3 is at. You got single gear cams and double gear cams. Put the single cam ones in first. Actually, before we do that, we need to check our bushings and our cam cover. Get ahead of ourselves. So here's our cam cover. No, I did not clean this yet. I forgot to. So I'm going to go clean this because everything else was clean was dirty, so I'm going to clean it. I'll be back. Alright, we're back again. Okay, got everything all cleaned up good. So I'm going to check to see how tight these bushings are. You want to have a little bit of jiggle up and down side to side. Now when you push straight down with the cam like this, and you try to go side to side with it, see if you get any clearance. Okay, there's just barely anything in there. It's almost basically nothing. That's what you're looking for. You're going to get this rattle like this no matter what you do, but what you don't want to see is a bunch of side play once it's in there. Blowing up or what? Yeah. We're just close. Okay, so these feel good. This is a number 3. So these are real nice cam cover. It's a good thing because changing the bushings is a pain in the butt. So, alright, that's good. Alright, that's good stuff. Okay, now I got to put the cams in here like we were doing the first time. Okay, this is number 1. It's only got one timing mark on it, see? Number 3 cam has 2 timing marks on it. Okay, now the double gears go on because the single ones are underneath these ones. That's why they have to go in first. I just got to line up all your marks. Get over here, you can see a little better maybe. So we have 3 marks on here. We have to line them all up. So 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. You can highlight them if you can't tell where they're at, but they're in there. Oop, get down a bit lower helps. And we got our marks over here, dot, dot. Okay, the line up just like that. You see your dots line up there, right there, right there. Hey, we don't have anything in there, so that don't line up with anything. So we're going to make sure these run smoothly. Preferably is what we're after. Okay, so now we got to figure out where the gaskets are at for this job. Where did our gasket set run off to? Good question. I'll be right here. Genuine James. Here's the easy way. Ooh, there's gaskets in here. Look at that. That's what you want to see gaskets. Give me the cam cover gasket. Okay, there's two different gaskets. The correct one and the incorrect one. The correct one has a slot in it, usually, and the incorrect one usually has something else. They're shaped different too, if you look at them. Different hole pattern. See a difference through here? See there's no hole here. Hole, no hole. So this is the one we're going to use. This hole changes. It's one of the things that is different. See the hole's in a different spot. Yep, wrong thing. My fault. Hole's still in a different spot. See the other hole's back here. 77 they changed it. So this one all lines up this way. These two holes are not here because that's for the early motor, 900 motors. All these here line up. They're all good. So what really matters here is our oil gallery holes that we care about here. So you got to pick out the one that lines up with your case. It fits tight. Okay, so you put this one on here. You make sure it covers up the area here. So see it right in the spot right here. It's right on the edge of this case right here. See a little edge right there? That's where you'll leak oil. So it all looks like it'll work bolt on, but it'll leak right there, and you have no oil pressure with the squat to your motor. So this one is no good. Put that back over there. Okay, this one over here. So everything else lines up, and you'll see you got a gasket around the whole area right here, see? That one is the one we want to use. These two holes are not being used again. All these other ones are in here. So that's how you make sure you got the right gasket. I said 81 they changed, 82, somewhere in that area. Alright, so that's this one. Man. So now we can put the cover on here and see what happens. Well, there should be an idler around here somewhere too. Where is it at? Good question. Appears I have no idler gear. If you want to run a generator, you need that idler gear. Looks like it's missing. Wonderful. Yep. No idler gear. Not mixed in with the clutch stuff. Okay, I guess we don't need one. Kind of do though. Yeah. Alright, I'll have to find out from the customer if we have it or not. He'll let me know. For now, we don't have one. Alright, yeah. See how it works without it. Okay, the cover slipped down real nice and easy. That's a good sign. Not binding. I can actually turn the cams. That's plus. That's really good. So I'm going to put some screws on here and see what we got. So we got a brand new kit here to use. Cam and primary mix. So you just pull out all these bolts here up. I'll figure out which ones we need for our cam cover here. Alright. So he gave me some stainless steel washers here, AN, for going underneath the bolt heads here. He says they fit. We'll find out. They fit on the bolt. They kind of fit in the hole a little bit. They do not fit in that hole because they're too big. It'll squeeze in though. Yep. See, that's why they have special washers for these. See how it doesn't fit in here? Okay. Just poked it in there. See how it's sitting up in the air right there? As you push it down, it moves around, see? And it kind of jams in right there. Now if I take and tighten against that bolt, that washer, it will jam in there all the way down inside the cover there, and it'll kind of fit. So these one here will fly. That'll probably work. A little tight on that one. Probably work. This one's not very good over here. Kind of works. That one worked. Alright, so we got a couple tight ones in here, but overall they're kind of going to fit. So we'll go ahead and use them. This one's going to be the one that's tight. So one thing you do is you flip it over so the sharp edge of the washers are up. Like that. It'll fit in better. All these other ones, looks like it goes in like this. These will form fit to what they need to be. Okay, so that takes a long wash. That's the longest bolt in the whole motor combo right there. So let's see how many different length bolts we got here. This one we're not using on this side. Not using that one either. But probably will be using that one. This is how you figure out what you got to play with. longer. Okay, so we only got 2 long ones. No, we only have 1 long one. I'm going to give you 1 extra long one. Long. Probably too long for that. I need a couple of these long ones for the primary, but I don't know which ones we're going to use. That looks good. Too long. Probably okay. That'll work. I'm keeping that long one for something else. Okay, so now we need the next one down. Here's our next one down right here. That goes here. These 2 here are the same. So are these 3 over here. Too short. She has only like a 1/4 inch of bolt in there. Whoop, it just dropped down to 1/8 of an inch. Too short. So it's going to be 2 of these. So you got about a 1/2 inch of thread. That's what you're looking for. So I guess it's one of these. Nope, see how long that is? Too long. So use our shortest one. That looks about right. And a little long one for here. Boom. Alright, so that's how you tell your lengths. See the height here is sticking up. They're all about the same. That's what you're looking for. Alright, let's see if these all screw in there. Speed wrench. Try to get all these started before you put them in tight. You make sure they're going through the gasket. There's another one, the ambulance. I got to killing a dog. Okay, this one doesn't want to start, so I gotta go in here and figure out what's going on with the gasket. Gasket looks okay. It's not going in though. Something's wrong in there. Can't see with the camera. Alright, let me take a look so I can see. Okay, got it to go. Okay, so you start in the middle and work our way out right now. Okay, these in. Okay, these are all going to be for primary cover, so I'll put them away for now. Get them out of the way. Pick up our washers here. Alright. Now we see how our cams fit. They rattle, that's a good sign. So next thing, let's see if you can rotate them. Which I already checked over here, I was able to do that. So they're able to rotate. You can't really see that, but I can. Okay, now you gotta look down the side of here and see how loose they are. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but I'm trying to get it where you guys can see what's happening here. So you can see the lobe down in there, so you want to be able to slide those back and forth. Here it's moving side to side. Moving nice and free. The next two over here. Lots of clearance on that one. And this one over here. Got clearance too. Alright, so they all got clearance. They all move side to side nice and freely. You can also see them over here when you slide them back and forth. You can see how they move. Number two, I have access right here. See the in-play. Okay, so they all have in-play. They all work. And I'm able to rotate them right here with a off just the end of the snout here, which is usually can't do by hand, but this one I can. So everything's lined up pretty good on the set. And the cam teeth aren't tight, which is a good thing. They might be loose, but we can't tell that. But we can tell they're not tight. Tight's important. Okay, so now we can figure out the shimming. Or we can move on to something else. You don't really have to shim this stuff, it doesn't really matter, but if you want to, this is a good time to do it. Chrome is dry, so it's kind of squeaky, as you can tell. Okay, comes right off. Gasket's sticking on a couple of these bolts. There we go. So you can see how the bolts stick through about the same amount on the back side. That's what you want. Alright. So like I said, if you want to shim it, you can shim it, or you don't have to. It doesn't really make any real difference, but most people like seeing shims. I go either way, I don't really care. We don't use them on my race bike. They're not needed. Straight cut gears, so side to side to go where they want to go. People that like shims, we have shims. So you got 5, 7s, 10s I think are discontinued, and we got 15s or something like that. It used to be 10, 12s, and 15s. Now one of those sizes you can't buy anymore. I don't remember which size it is. Damn, squeak, squeak, squeak. A rat around here. Okay, so 15's our high number. Thick one, that is. So they're nice thick ones. So we're just going to pull out a bunch of 15s, just stick them in here, see what happens. So you can put them on this side, or you can put them on this side over here. They fit either side. If you put them on this side here, you can't see what you got. If you put them on this side over here, you can still see all your marks pretty easy. So I usually put them on the inside. It also pulls the cam out of the case so it doesn't rub on the crank pin. Sometimes they get close in there, sometimes they aren't. If you shim them out, they're definitely got more clearance. But you can put them in either spot. Whatever works for you. And they also make a washer that goes on this side here if you want to put a big one on there. They do offer them. Yeah, I do have those too. I just never use them. Excuse me. Alright, where's my dots? Even though it really doesn't matter about timing them right now, I time them anyway. You never know, it might make a difference. Okay, so we got 15 on everybody. Put this down. See what we got. I know the fact that number 1 is really loose. Squeak, squeak, squeak. There we go. These ones don't really need to be tied, so I'm just going to leave them in there. Okay. So let's see if we can turn the motor over now. No, I don't want to turn. Somebody's tight. It turned, but it's got drag on it. So I gotta look inside of here and see which one has clearance and which one doesn't. So at this point is where you put the feeler gauges in there and see what's going on. We could have done that before, but yeah, it's more fun doing it this way. Okay, rotate the cams until the lobes are up, so I can see them. Alright, so let's see who's tight and who's loose. Three has clearance. Four is tight. Two has clearance. And one has clearance. Alright, so we know which one's got clearance now. I'll get a feeler gauge and we'll see how much clearance we have. So your standard 3-inch feeler gauges work good. I like 8 to 12 in play almost everything. So we're going to grab a 10 or an 8 or whatever we got. Let's go grab a 10. There's a 10 thou right there. Let's see if we got 10. there. You have to slide your cam all the way over. We go all the way to the cam cover side, because the shim goes on the other side. Take our 10, stick it in there, see if it goes in between the cam and the shaft. No problem. Lots of clearance. And so just push on it. Number 2. Appears to have clearance also. Oh yeah, definitely got clearance. Okay, now we take out our 10, we go to a 20. Let's see, here's a 20. Do the same thing. $20 but tight. Tighter. It goes in barely. So let's see what we got here. So there's what you're looking at, down in the hole there. So you can see how the shim, the feeler gauge goes between the edge of the cam and that shim washer in there. And you can tell how tight it is by how much pressure we're pushing on it. See, I'm pulling up on it, it's tight, so it didn't want to come up. So that was like 19 on that one. This one in here, like at 20, it was just rubbing nicely. So we got to check this one here, and then this one down here is tight. So, which means there's no inflay on this one down here. I can turn the cam still, so I know it's basically at 0. It's not being pressed, but it's right there. So we need to loosen it up. If we want 5 to 8, we put a 10 in it. We put a 15 in it. So let's say we got 1 or 2 thou clearance max on it because it's tight. I usually call that 0. So I can either just make it 15 because I like 8 to 12, or I can throw a 5 in there, which 5s tend to chew up. So, and I would just probably just leave it out. It doesn't really matter. I don't like going to less than 15 thou shims if I don't have to. Okay, so these other ones we got 20 in there. We could take out 10 if I have those shims available to use. Okay, so this one here, move it all the way over. We definitely got 20 on this one. So number 3 is our loosest one. Let's go up to a 23. Yep. So you probably have 25 on that one. So we can probably put a 15 in that one. Okay, now we go back to see what other ones we got here. Looks like all we get is 15s and then a bunch of discontinued ones. Let's see, discontinued is 12. Can't buy 12s anymore. Can't buy 10s anymore either. They're hard to come by. These are hard to get. They might be available still or might not, I'm not sure. I still have a few left. Okay, so we had what, 20 and 20 on this, or 19 and 20. So we can stick 2 of these in there if we want to, 1 on each of those. We had a 25 there, so we put a 15 on that one. Another 15. And then the last one is number 4, which is tight. We had a 15 we put on that. So like I said, you can put a 5 in there and make it about the same as all the others. It's going to be about 10. I particularly like 5s, but there's a 5. Theoretically. Yep, 5. Okay, so that's the mix we're going to put in that. That'll work. So next thing I do, we got to find us. Need to find that idler gear. Wonder where the hell that thing's at. That will have to be mocked up to make sure everything works. So I'm going to go grab me an idler gear and I'll be back. Okay, we're back again. Okay, let's get the stick on here again. There we go. Okay, I went and got me an idler gear. So a good used one. Looks pretty nice. So try it out, see how it works. That I don't worry about shimming at all. Okay, so we're going to take shims out. This one here we got to pull out. Or a thick one. I'm going to put a thin one. So I'm going to put it on the outside over here eventually, but for now I'll put it on the inside. Because it gets less chance of being chewed up on the outside edge. Okay, this one we're going to put one of these here. See, I'll lay the shims out like I'm going to put them on. Those. Okay, those are all back. Idler gear goes in. I don't want to go in. That's not a good sign. It's tight. So this diameter is too big to fit with these cams. See, it doesn't want to slide, doesn't want to fall into there. See how tight it goes on? So that's going to lock up that cam. So this gear is too big in diameter. Even though it's a stock Harley one, it's too big. Okay, I'm going to go hunting and find me a smaller one. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this together without the idler in it. Make sure my shimming's good. Then I'll take cover off and try each one of the gears until it works correctly. And see if there's actually a problem here or not a problem. I might only think there's a problem, it might not be a real one. So most of this stuff, trial and error works the best. Measurements only measure in a couple spots, not everything that wears. Okay. There's in play in there. Good sign. Okay, so now we check our screwdriver. And just see if we got in play on this gear now. A little bit. A little bit. Pretty tight. So we're running about 8 to 10 on these things. So these two here I can't get to. Well, I can check number 2 by going side to side here. Yep. And this one here I got to turn it over, so we can turn it again, so that's a plus. That means it's got clearance. Okay. They all appear to be about the same too now, which they should be. They're all roughly 8 to 10 thou. So let me grab my glue. Try to keep this from falling down. Okay. Screwdriver. So you watch the in-play here as we do this. Here. So you can see it. I think about that should be about 8 to 10 on these things, so hopefully 10. That one should be 1 thou less. It should be 9 actually. That one should be 10. That one should be 10, and this one here is probably about 10, 11. Hard to tell. I didn't measure that one exactly. Okay, so that works good. I can rotate this right here. See, I'm rotating the gear with my hand. So that's good. Okay, now I'm going to pull this cover off. I'm going to start putting idler gears in here until we get one that rotates. Hopefully one of these rotates. These idler gears are not a problem. They're usually pretty loose, but in this case, they're tight. At least I think it is. We will know in a couple minutes. We won't know the pinion gear fit until we put the whole thing together. Okay, this is our first one I grabbed, which is our tightest one. She didn't want to go on there. Slid down, that's a good sign. Put all the bolts in this time. Use the same bolt pattern each time I do this. That way we're consistent. Okay. This one I'm getting here and thumb to rotate. It's tight right there. It rotates though. Tight spot right there. Right there. That's the up and down end play. If it moves up and down, it's not tight on the teeth. It's a little tight right there. It gets tight right there. Okay, it's tight right here. So The only spot's tight is right there. Everything else seems to be working. So I'll pull this out, check this gear teeth, see what they look like, and I'll put the next one down in there. It seemed like it was slightly smaller, maybe a thou or so. So I'll probably try that one just to make sure it all seems good. At least I don't have to put that worn out one in there. That's a plus. It's not really worn out. It had a broken idler gear in there and it chewed up the outside diameter of it. The generator was flopping around, bad bearings and stuff like that in it. Eventually it broke the shaft off in there, so it chewed out the upside of the teeth a little bit. Okay, so right in here is our tight spot. So you look for any nicks or anything right in that area. If you have a couple of nicks on the teeth, that'll cause that problem. It's obviously some high spots someplace. I don't see it. The wear pattern looks pretty even through there. I'm sure to wear in, but we have another one over here to use. We'll try this one. It's weird how it goes in tight there, but when you put everything together, the cams move around and you get the clearance. I have no oil on anything right now, it's all dry, so that makes it the worst condition. If you had oil on anything, it makes it more easy to rotate and move. So this is our worst condition right now. Good sign. Now this is where the tight spot was before, so if that cam itself had the tight spot, we would show it here. The tight spot right here. Hear it going through it. That's the tight spot. That's a nick and a tooth, you can feel it. It's about the same. See, I'm rotating the gear right in here, see, my thumb. There's a tight spot right there. Right there. So same thing, we got one tight spot. No matter which way we go. So I think it's just a little nick in the tooth. I don't think it's anything major. It'll wear itself in. So they both seem to be about identical. This one's got a couple nicks in it. There's two, maybe three spots that had a high spot. The other gear only had one spot. So I'll look at the teeth, see which one looks the best, and go with the best looking of the two. I'm not going to put the worn out one in there. It would run freely though. That's the stuff I save for race bikes. We don't care about those. Okay, once again I see nothing I don't like about it. Okay, so I'm going to look at the teeth, wear marks on the teeth, see which one I liked. Looks good. I don't see anything wrong with the teeth. Shafts look okay. These are a little more worn looking. Shafts look about the same. It's a toss-up. Yeah, about equal. Yeah. That's the original color mark on it. From can't see no more because it's been blasted. It has some kind of manufacturing mark there. I think we'll go this one. I don't want to see wrong with any of these things. I think they look good no matter what. Okay, so we got the shimming figured out. So all you do now is you have to put the whole motor together to see if the pinion gear fitment is. If there's no other issues with that, then it's ready to go together. So that's how you check all that stuff. All right, let me get all this cleaned up. We'll be back.